Nouns are the names of things in the English language, a core foundation to our language and a fundamental part of the workings of English grammar. But nouns have one big problem, and that is what we are going to look at in this video. The main problem nouns have is that they cannot live alone. A noun hanging in language space all on its own without any support is a strangely inadequate and unsatisfying thing. We can't just say pen, book, library. Nouns are needy, and what they need more than anything is the support of their family. Yes, nouns belong to a whole family of types of words, also known as parts of speech in English grammar, that work together to give us full and complete meanings for our nouns, the names we give to things. Now, there are four main categories of words or parts of speech in the noun family. There are the nouns themselves, the names of things. There are pronouns, which we can use to replace or stand in for the noun once we know what the thing is. And then in front of our nouns, we can have either adjectives, which give us lots of descriptive information about the thing, and a whole nest of words that collectively are known as determiners, which is what we are looking at in this video. Determiners, along with adjectives, work to support the noun by answering all the important questions we have about it. We'll take a look at adjectives in more depth in another video, but in this video, we'll take a high-level view of what are determiners in English grammar and how they can answer many of the key things that we might want to know about our noun. Nouns always need the support of some kind of determiner, either directly in front of the noun, or if there are adjectives, then the determiner goes in front of them. If you would like to drill down for a more detailed exploration into any of the different types of determiners we are going to touch on, again, you'll find links to videos below. But let's start with thinking about what function determiners perform, why we even need them in the first place. Determiners in English grammar are words that come before nouns that introduce or determine the noun for us. They give us more information about how the noun wants to be understood. When we meet a new thing, it is quite normal for us to want to know more about it. We might want to know if it is a specific thing or if it is more of a general thing. The determiners that show us this are our articles. The indefinite articles, a and the definite article, the. Articles can also flag for us whether the thing is unknown or being spoken about for the first time, or if it has already been referred to or is known to us already. Also, we might be curious to know about how many or how much of the thing there is. To do this, nouns introduce themselves to us by putting quantifiers and numbers in front of themselves. For example, many dogs, several cats, 3 elephants. And if these aren't sufficient, nouns can also use other nouns to give them a much wider range of options to quantify themselves. These nouns are called measure words, and they are joined to the noun they are describing with the preposition of. So we can have a bunch of flowers, a pair of glasses, a litre of milk. Lots of collective nouns can be used as measure words, especially when we talk about animals and wildlife. For example, a flock of birds, a pack of wolves, a litter of puppies, and so forth. Ownership or possession might be an issue we need to know more about. If we want to know who or what they belong to, nouns put possessive adjectives like my, your, his, its in front of themselves. Did you borrow my phone? Why don't you use your computer? My dog has hurt its paw. Their car simply won't start. Now, if the noun belongs to a specific person or thing, it can use possessive nouns as determiners, which are made by taking the name or noun of the possessor and adding an apostrophe S at the end. For example, Joe's car, the teacher's desk, or London's buses. Additionally, we might want to know where the thing sits in relation, either to ourselves or to other things. To do this, nouns call up demonstrative determiners to help. For example, this apple is better for me than those donuts. That stock is doing much better than these funds. What if your nouns want us to know more about how they are distributed or divided? Well, for this they use distributive determiners. For example, all. So, all pens use ink, or both. Both books are in the library, or each. Each country uses a different currency, or every. Every teacher I know works really hard. Or how about either? It doesn't matter. Either road will get you home. Sometimes our nouns can be a bit negative. For this, they will use the negative determiners no and neither. So, Albert has no teeth. Neither movie is very interesting. And of course, we can pronounce neither as neither. Neither or neither are both okay. Also, we might want to form questions to further explore different aspects of our thing. To do this, the noun will use interrogative determiners like which. Which desk is yours? Or what? What sports do you like most? And whose? Whose house is this? Now, nouns are not the only words that can use determiners in front of them. Determiners themselves sometimes want to introduce themselves to us, and to do this, they use predeterminers. And there are three main groups of predeterminers. Firstly, multipliers, which tell us about how many times the noun occurs, or is more or less than something else. For example, we meet once a week. This magic potion is twice the strength. She is 3 times my age. Secondly, we have intensifiers, which add an extra touch of intensity to the noun, especially when it's being modified by an adjective. For example, what a cool pen. Such a good book. The city had rather dirty streets. The third group of predeterminers are distributives, used in front of another determiner. For example, all the plates, or all of the plates. I made both the models, or both of the models. He ate half an apple, or half of the apple. Or none or not any of your solutions are going to work. For now, that's it. You can see that there is a lot more to determiners and how to choose them and use them correctly as you learn English. And you can explore all the different types of determiners in more detail in the videos linked below. The most important thing to remember is that nouns always need the support of some kind of determiner, either directly in front of the noun, or if there are adjectives, then the determiner goes in front of them. If you want to master your spoken English conversation skills, try to avoid the classic mistake made by so many English learners of leaving your poor nouns hanging unsupported in space. Determiners are your friends. Call on them to support your nouns at all times. Don't leave your nouns alone, all on their own. If you have any doubts or questions, leave a comment and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to be notified when we post our quick and easy English grammar tips and practice videos, which can really help as you build your daily English speaking practice routine. So don't miss out on this great opportunity to help you develop your spoken English and other English language skills. See you in the next one. Bye.